adlaw. Welcome to my university, the Cebu Normal University, the leading multidisciplinary research university of education committed to build a strong nation. I am beyond proud of this prestigious university, so allow me to tell you more about it. Tara, sugdan ta! It has three campuses. Situated along Osmeña Boulevard at the heart of Cebu City is the main campus. Within the industrialized province of Cebu lies the Balamban campus and the Medellin campus. Our university is highly equipped with many world-class facilities and laboratories. Let's take a peek at 5 of them. The Learning Resource Center, our university library, is structured as a modern and sleek learning hub for all students. It is a go-to place with its spacious learning spaces, ambient discussion rooms, and latest book acquisition. The Integrated Laboratory School, or ILS, with highly selected students, is where practicum education, student teachers get their first taste of real, actual teaching. The Nursing Virtual Laboratory is where simulations of varied hospital scenarios are done. Nursing students get a minds-on, hands-on experience of the medical field. The Radio and TV Board is where our communication students hone their skills in broadcasting. Several productions are conceptualized and created in this room. And of course, the Teaching Arts Centrum, a multi-purpose structure that houses the TAC Auditorium.
At present, CNU has 3 colleges: the College of Teacher Education, or CTE, the College of Arts and Sciences, or CAS, and the College of Nursing, or CN. The College of Teacher Education is recognized by the Commission on Higher Education as a Center of Excellence, as well as Center of Training in Teacher Education. It has 4 programs which are Level 4 accredited by the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities, or AACUP. The College of Arts and Sciences offers a diverse selection of well-crafted learning systems. It also has 4 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. And of course, we have the College of Nursing, which is known for its academic excellence. In fact, it boasts of its 10-year, 100% nursing licensure examination streak. It is also a center of excellence in nursing education and has 3 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. Wow! I can surely assure you that these colleges are top-notch. What can I say? The university truly stands by its battle cry: quality with integrity.
As a leading multidisciplinary research university, Cebu Normal University makes sure that research is a part of the daily lives of its stakeholders. True enough, the research metrics of the university is continually improving every year, as evidenced by the increase in completed research, publications, citations, patented utility models, and even with the avenues by which research findings can be disseminated. To date, CNU annually holds 5 research conferences. The Teacher Education Student Conference, or TESCON, of the College of Teacher Education, the International Conference of Nurses, or ICONS, of the College of Nursing, the International Conference of Arts and Sciences, or ICAS, of the College of Arts and Sciences, International Conference on Arts and Culture, or ICAC, of the Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery, or IRID, and Center for Research and Development initiated conference. CNU has also established research institutes in its different niche areas. The Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery, or IRID. The Research Institute for Tropical Biology and Pharmacological Biotechnology, or RITBPB. The Research Institute for Computational Mathematics and Physics, or the RICMP. Research Institute for Aging and Health, or RIA. To highlight, the university also has a research journal index in the ASEAN Citation Index, or the ACI. This is no ordinary feat, another source of pride for us normalites.
More than the facilities, academic programs, and research accolades, the people within the walls of this university make this institution a force to be reckoned with. The teaching force of the university is a composition of high-caliber scientists, outstanding educators, high-impact researchers, international authors, and performing artists. Here are some of them.
Dr. Milagros Graef, Dr. Roberto Corsino, Dr. Cristina Corsino, Dr. Lawrence L. Garcia, Dr. Daisy Arpalumpon, Dr. Johnny Yao Jr., Ms. Claire Maristela Galon, Dr. Reynaldo Inosian, Ms. Therese Marie Villaramte.
This goes without saying that CNU students are regarded for their intelligence. More than this, CNU students are formed to be well-rounded. That's why they also excel in other areas, student leadership, performing arts, among many others. See, we prepare our students to excel. From CNU to the world.
CNU graduates consistently do well in licensure examinations. CNU's name is always seen in the top-notch list of successful examinees. In the College of Teacher Education, in the College of Arts and Sciences, and in the College of Nursing. CNU alumni continue to leave a mark in the world. Here are some notable CNU alumni who are successful in their chosen fields.
Dr. Marcelo T. Lopez, Dr. Ramir Oitico, Ms. Sherin Rejes, Jen Barangan, and Danica Ana Misterio.
As CNU's commitment to excellence, it has many commendations tucked under its proverbial belt. Hall of Fame, Civil Service Brigada Agencia Awardee, Landscaping category, Eco-Friendly School, second prize. Top-ranking school in terms of number of accredited programs by AACOP from 1992 to 2019.
Let the facts speak for itself.
The Cebu Normal University continues to wave the banner of crimson and gold,
as it continues to maintain its highest quality as an institution of education.
In glory and adversity, the university will continue its promise to form young minds to be better citizens in the best sense of the word.
This is the Normalite Experience.
This is the CNU Brand of Excellence. See you in the light.
Every day, matag adlaw.
We make healthcare accessible to all.
Makabot namo ang among gikinahanglan nga pag-atiman.
We pursue the healthcare advancement through research and training.
We restore the patient's health for a better quality of life.
We help people prevent diseases and enhance their well-being.
We strive to save lives for our patients and the people they love.
We find ways to support care and finance services for those in need.
We run tests to determine illnesses and progress of treatment.
We provide medication and services to aid treatment of disease.
We support hospital operations to deliver patient care.
We protect our patients from financial risk through medical assistance.
We work with the academe in developing future healthcare professionals responsive to the dynamic healthcare landscape.
Every day, we ensure humane and compassionate care.
Mahatagan kami og paglaom sa mas maanindot nga kaugmaon.
Anaa ang Sotto alang sa among panginahanglan.
Every day,
we work with
excellence,
integrity,
commitment,
teamwork,
compassion. We strive to be a medical center at par with the rest of the world.
Holistic and innovative care.
with a rich history for more than a century service since 1911.
Gikan sa harang dakbayan sa habagatan.
Tungod ug alang sa matag Subuanon, gikan sa Daan Bantayan, kutob sa Santander.
Ang mapadayunong paglambo sa pangalagad sa kahimsog sa tunga-tungang Kabisayan.
Lakip na ang tibuok Kabisayan, gikan sa Panay ngadto sa Samar.
Hatid namin ang pagkalinga na may pagmamalasakit.
Para sa pamilyang Pilipino sa buong bansa.
Kami ang Sotto. We are Sotto.
Kami ang Sotto.
Kini ang Sotto.
Maayong adlaw. Welcome to my university, the Cebu Normal University, the leading multidisciplinary research university of education committed to build a strong nation. I am beyond proud of this prestigious university, so allow me to tell you more about it. Tara, sugdan ta! It has 3 campuses. Situated along Osmeña Boulevard at the heart of Cebu City is the main campus. Within the industrialized province of Cebu lies the Balamban campus, and from the plains of the North Hills, the Medellin campus. Our university is highly equipped with many world-class facilities and laboratories. Let's take a peek at 5 of them. The Learning Resource Center, our university library, is structured as a modern and sleek learning hub for all students. It is a go-to place with its spacious learning spaces, ambient discussion rooms, and latest book acquisition. The Integrated Laboratory School, or ILS, with highly selected students, is where practicum education, student teachers get their first taste of real, actual teaching. The Nursing Virtual Laboratory is where simulations of varied hospital scenarios are done. Nursing students get a minds-on, hands-on experience of the medical field. The Radio and TV Board is where our communication students hone their skills in broadcasting. Several productions are conceptualized and created in this room. And of course, the Teaching Arts Centrum, a multi-purpose structure that houses the TAC Auditorium.
At present, CNU has 3 colleges: the College of Teacher Education, or CTE, the College of Arts and Sciences, or CAS, and the College of Nursing, or CN. The College of Teacher Education is recognized by the Commission on Higher Education as a Center of Excellence, as well as Center of Training in Teacher Education. It has 4 programs which are Level 4 accredited by the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities, or AACUP. The College of Arts and Sciences offers a diverse selection of well-crafted learning systems. It also has 4 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. And of course, we have the College of Nursing, which is known for its academic excellence. In fact, It boasts of its 10-year, 100% nursing licensure examination streak. It is also a center of excellence in nursing education and has 3 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. Wow! I can surely assure you that these colleges are top-notch. What can I say? The university truly stands by its battle cry: quality with integrity.
As a leading multidisciplinary research university, Cebu Normal University makes sure that research is a part of the daily lives of its stakeholders. True enough, the research metrics of the university is continually improving every year, as evidenced by the increase in completed research, publications, citations, patented utility models, and even with the avenues by which research findings can be disseminated. To date, CNU annually holds 5 research conferences. The Teacher Education Student Conference or TESCON of the College of Teacher Education, the International Conference of Nurses or ICONS of the College of Nursing, the International Conference of Arts and Sciences or ICAS of the College of Arts and Sciences, International Conference on Arts and Culture or ICAC of the Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery or IRID, and Center for Research and Development Initiated Conference. CNU has also established research institutes in its different niche areas. The Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery or IRID, the Research Institute for Tropical Biology and Pharmacological Biotechnology or RITBPB, the Research Institute for Computational Mathematics and Physics or the RICMP, Research Institute for Aging and Health or RIA. To highlight, the university also has a research journal index in the ASEAN Citation Index or the ACI. This is no ordinary feat, another source of pride for us Normalites.
More than the facilities, academic programs, and research accolades, the people within the walls of this university make this institution a force to be reckoned with. The teaching force of the university is a composition of high-caliber scientists, outstanding educators, high-impact researchers, international authors, and performing artists. Here are some of them.
Dr. Milagros Graef, Dr. Roberto Corsino, Dr. Cristina Corsino, Dr. Lawrence L. Garcia, Dr. Daisy Arpalumpon, Dr. Johnny Yao Jr., Miss Claire Maristela Galon, Dr. Reynaldo Inosan, Miss Therese Marie Villaramte.
This goes without saying that CNU students are regarded for their intelligence. More than this, CNU students are formed to be well-rounded. That's why they also excel in other areas, student leadership, performing arts, among many others. See, we prepare our students to excel. From CNU to the world.
CNU graduates consistently do well in licensure examinations. CNU's name is always seen in the top-notch list of successful examinees. In the College of Teacher Education, in the College of Arts and Sciences, and in the College of Nursing. CNU alumni continue to leave a mark in the world. Here are some notable CNU alumni who are successful in their chosen fields.
Dr. Marcelo T. Lopez, Dr. Ramir Oitico, Miss Sherin Rejes, Jen Barangan, and Danica Ana Misterio.
As CNU's commitment to excellence, it has many commendations tucked under its proverbial belt. Hall of Fame, Civil Service Brigada Agencia Awardee, Landscaping category, Eco-Friendly School, second prize. Top-ranking school in terms of number of accredited programs by AACUP from 1992 to 2019.
Let the facts speak for itself.
The Cebu Normal University continues to wave the banner of crimson and gold,
as it continues to maintain its highest quality as an institution of education.
In glory and adversity, the university will continue its promise to form young minds to be better citizens in the best sense of the word.
This is the Normalite Experience.
This is the CNU Brand of Excellence. See you in the light.
Every day, matag adlaw.
We make healthcare accessible to all. Makabot namo ang among gikinahanglan nga pag-atiman.
We pursue the healthcare advancement through research and training.
We restore the patient's health for a better quality of life.
We help people prevent diseases and enhance their well-being.
We strive to save lives for our patients and the people they love.
We find ways to support care and finance services for those in need.
We run tests to determine illnesses and progress of treatment.
We provide medication and services to aid treatment of disease.
We support hospital operations to deliver patient care.
We protect our patients from financial risk through medical assistance.
We work with the academe in developing future healthcare professionals responsive to the dynamic healthcare landscape.
Every day, we ensure humane and compassionate care.
Mahatagan kami og paglaom sa mas maanindot nga kaugmaon.
Anaa ang Sotto alang sa among panginahanglan.
Every day,
we work with
excellence,
integrity,
commitment,
teamwork,
compassion. We strive to be a medical center at par with the rest of the world.
Holistic and innovative care.
With a rich history for more than a century service since 1911.
Gikan sa harang dakbayan sa habagatan.
tungod ug alang sa matag Cebuanon, gikan sa daan bantayan kutob sa Santander.
Ang mapadayunong paglambo sa pangalagad sa kahimsog sa tunga-tungang Kabisayan.
Lakip na ang tibuok Kabisayan, gikan sa Panay ngadto sa Samar.
Hatid namin ang pagkalinga na may pagmamalasakit.
Para sa pamilyang Pilipino sa buong bansa.
Kami ang Sotto.
We are Sotto.
Kami ang Sotto.
Kini ang Sotto.
Every day, matag adlaw.
We make healthcare accessible to all. Makabot namo ang among gikinahanglan nga pag-atiman.
We pursue the healthcare advancement through research and training.
We restore the patient's health for a better quality of life.
We help people prevent diseases and enhance their well-being.
We strive to save lives for our patients and the people they love.
We find ways to support care and finance services for those in need.
We run tests to determine illnesses and progress of treatment.
We provide medication and services to aid treatment of disease.
We support hospital operations to deliver patient care.
We protect our patients from financial risk through medical assistance.
We work with the academe in developing future healthcare professionals responsive to the dynamic healthcare landscape.
Every day, we ensure humane and compassionate care.
Mahatagan kami og paglaom sa mas maanindot nga kaugmaon.
Anaa ang Sotto alang sa among panginahanglan.
Every day,
we work with
excellence,
integrity,
commitment,
teamwork,
compassion.
We strive to be a medical center at par
with the rest of the world.
Holistic and innovative care.
With a rich history for more than a century service since 1911.
Gikan sa harang dakbayan sa habagatan.
Tungod ug alang sa matag Cebuanon, gikan sa daan bantayan kutob sa Santander.
Ang mapadayunong paglambo sa pangalagad sa kahimsog sa tunga-tungang Kabisayan.
Lakip na ang tibuok Kabisayan, gikan sa Panay ngadto sa Samar.
Hatid namin ang pagkalinga na may pagmamalasakit.
Para sa pamilyang Pilipino sa buong bansa.
Kami ang Sotto.
We are Sotto.
Kami ang Sotto. Kini ang Sotto.
Maayong adlaw. Welcome to my university, the Cebu Normal University, the leading multidisciplinary research university of education committed to build a strong nation. I am beyond proud of this prestigious university, so allow me to tell you more about it. Tara, sugdan ta! It has 3 campuses. Situated along Osmeña Boulevard at the heart of Cebu City is the main campus. Within the industrialized province of Cebu lies the Balamban campus, and from the plains of the North Hills, the Medellin campus. Our university is highly equipped with many world-class facilities and laboratories. Let's take a peek at 5 of them. The Learning Resource Center, our university library, is structured as a modern and sleek learning hub for all students. It is a go-to place with its spacious learning spaces, ambient discussion rooms, and latest book acquisitions. The Integrated Laboratory School, or ILS, with highly selected students, is where practicum education, student teachers get their first taste of real, actual teaching. The Nursing Virtual Laboratory is where simulations of varied hospital scenarios are done. Nursing students get a minds-on, hands-on experience of the medical field. The Radio and TV Board is where our communication students hone their skills in broadcasting. Several productions are conceptualized and created in this room. And of course, the Teaching Arts Centrum, a multi-purpose structure that houses the TAC Auditorium.
At present, CNU has 3 colleges: the College of Teacher Education, or CTE, the College of Arts and Sciences, or CAS, and the College of Nursing, or CN. The College of Teacher Education is recognized by the Commission on Higher Education as a Center of Excellence, as well as Center of Training in Teacher Education. It has 4 programs which are Level 4 accredited by the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities, or AACUP. The College of Arts and Sciences offers a diverse selection of well-crafted learning systems. It also has 4 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. And of course, we have the College of Nursing, which is known for its academic excellence. In fact, it boasts of its 10-year, 100% nursing licensure examination streak. It is also a center of excellence in nursing education and has 3 Level 4 AACUP accredited programs. Wow! I can surely assure you that these colleges are top-notch. What can I say? The university truly stands by its battle cry. quality with integrity.
As a leading multidisciplinary research university, Cebu Normal University makes sure that research is a part of the daily lives of its stakeholders. True enough, the research metrics of the university is continually improving every year, as evidenced by the increase in completed research, publications, citations, patented utility models, and even with the avenues by which research findings can be disseminated. To date, CNU annually holds 5 research conferences. The Teacher Education Student Conference or TESCON of the College of Teacher Education, the International Conference of Nurses or ICONS of the College of Nursing, the International Conference of Arts and Sciences or ICAS of the College of Arts and Sciences, International Conference on Arts and Culture or ICAC of the Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery or IRID, and Center for Research and Development Initiated Conference. CNU has also established research institutes in its different niche areas. The Institute for Research in Innovative Instructional Delivery or IRID, the Research Institute for Tropical Biology and Pharmacological Biotechnology or RITBPB, the Research Institute for Computational Mathematics and Physics or the RICMP, Research Institute for Aging and Health or RIA. To highlight, the university also has a research journal index in the ASEAN Citation Index or the ACI. This is no ordinary feat, another source of pride for us normalites.
More than the facilities, academic programs, and research accolades, the people within the walls of this university make this institution a force to be reckoned with. The teaching force of the university is a composition of high-caliber scientists, outstanding educators, high-impact researchers, international authors, and performing artists. Here are some of them.
Dr. Milagros Graez, Dr. Roberto Corsino, Dr. Cristina Corsino, Dr. Lawrence L. Garcia, Dr. Daisy Arpalumpon, Dr. Johnny Yao Jr., Miss Claire Maristela Galon, Dr. Reynaldo Inosan, Miss Therese Marie Villaramte.
This goes without saying that CNU students are regarded for their intelligence. More than this, CNU students are formed to be well-rounded. That's why they also excel in other areas, student leadership, performing arts, among many others. See, we prepare our students to excel. From CNU to the world.
CNU graduates consistently do well in licensure examinations. CNU's name is always seen in the top-notch list of successful examinees. In the College of Teacher Education, in the College of Arts and Sciences, and in the College of Nursing. CNU alumni continue to leave a mark in the world. Here are some notable CNU alumni who are successful in their chosen fields.
Dr. Marcelo T. Lopez, Dr. Ramir Oitico, Miss Sherin Rejes, Jen Barangan, and Danica Ana Misterio.
As CNU's commitment to excellence, it has many commendations tucked under its proverbial belt. Hall of Fame, Civil Service Brigada Agencia Awardee, Landscaping category, Eco-Friendly School, second prize, top-ranking school in terms of number of accredited programs by AACOP from 1992 to 2019.
Let the facts speak for itself.
The Cebu Normal University continues to wave the banner of crimson and gold
as it continues to maintain its highest quality as an institution of education.
In glory and adversity, the university will continue its promise to form young minds to be better citizens in the best sense of the word.
This is the Normalite Experience.
This is the CNU Brand of Excellence. See you in the bottom.
University Hin and the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center Hin. Open our minds so that we may receive your eternal wisdom. Open our spirits so that we may know your leading guidance. And open our hearts so that we may receive your wonderful love. Lord, we thank you for the speakers and facilitators. We pray that you would give them inspiration, fill them with courage, and give them your peace. We ask this in the glorious name of Jesus. Amen.
Far and wide people come to answer the call for the missions of life, for a cause so true, to serve with all heart, never fading from view, for a dear VSMMC beloved. We will care for the sick, for the weak and the old. We will heal the wounded, bring comfort in grief. with God up above as our leader and guide. For our dear VSMMC we serve. Let all people unite for a calling so grand, never wavering and faltering from our goal. We stand united as one. Let everyone know that our mission is true, that mankind be loved, be served, and be cared. We will take to our hearts that this vision stays true, for our dear VSMMC beloved. Let all people unite for a calling so grand, never wavering and faltering from our goal. We stand united as one. Let God up above lead over us and bless VSMMC beloved.
From the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center here in Cebu City, welcome to Cebu Normal University, Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, College of Medicine, advancing universal healthcare in the Philippines, joint national and local press conference. I am Pierre Habagat, and with me is Attorney Chris Panugaling. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this press conference. This is national and local, and we would like to inform you that we have also our national media right now live via Zoom. So we are going to introduce them properly during the press conference part. And we have also our live viewers. You can also use the comment section, and you can have your questions, and do use the hashtag CNU-VSMMC for your questions. All right, so you can see there on the screen hashtag CNU-VSMMC for your questions, because our panelists will be entertaining the questions later.
That's right, Attorney Ray Chris Panugaling. This is such a wonderful morning, and it is an opportunity and an honor for both of us, I think, to be
Yes.
hosting this event as being products of Cebu Normal University ourselves and practicing here at VSMMC.
Correct.
We have come full circle with the opening of the College of Medicine.
Ika nga, Pierre, we are educated in Cebu Normal University, and we are delivering service here in Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center.
Right.
So how about a round of applause for the two institutions? All right.
Yes. And we are also seen live on Facebook on various Facebook pages that are partners of the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, and also on our official Facebook page at Official VSMMC. I'd like to acknowledge these pages: VSMMC Petru, VSMMC Anesthesia, VSMMC Department of Internal Medicine, Cebu Chamber of Commerce, Cebu Normal University, VSMMC Blood Services Unit, Inside Sibonga, Law Center Inc., Cebu City Public Information Office, Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas, CHED 7, and CHED Central Office.
All right. So, Pierre, let us now acknowledge our guests for today.
Right, Attorney Ray Chris. We will begin with the officers from the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 7, Dr. Josefino A. Ronquillo, Mary Ann V. Mirabueno, Dr. Joji S. Rivamonte, and Andre Dominique Pepito. From the team of Unified Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education of CHED, we have Priscilla A. Chan, Kim Francis, Princess Shane M. Abnate, China Giazon J. Salas, Christian Satore, Anna Millery Sibug, Mary Catherine Atienza, and Monica Velasquez.
A round of applause. We also have our friends from the CHED Central Staff. We have Miss Ina Isabel Fanyo, Zyril Gomez, Desiree May Abalos, Lalisa May de la Cruz, Emiliana C. Bergonio, Roland Cartagena Jr., and Mr. William Abalos. A round of applause for the CHED Central Staff. And of course, we have also the team from Cebu Normal University. We have Dr. Michelle May J. Olbido, Dr. Daisy Palumpon, Dr. Jezel C. Cotamora,
Mr. Kim Francis Rodriguez, and of course, the Dean of the CNU-VSMC School of Medicine, Dr. Socorro G. Manaloto. A round of applause for them.
And we should also not forget to acknowledge the presence of VSMMC's executive committee. We have Ms. Maureen Bien, Attorney Paul Gino Lopez, Mr. Marx Valencia, Dr. Marileo Fidel Pataray, Dr. Regina Alfonso, Dr. Celia Mabalatan, Dr. Helen Madamba, Dr. Raynette Christine Ligaray, Dr. Ray Risner Obenza, and Dr. Antonio Roque Paradela.
A round of applause for the VSMC Exicom.
Thank
And
you
of
very
course-
much that you could join us this morning.
Right, they're here. And we have also our CHED Regional Office 7 Director, Regional Director Dr. Maximo C. Alhebe. A round of applause. We also have the Executive Director of UNIFAS, Attorney Ryan Esteves.
And the main people for our panel this morning, we have first from the Cebu Normal University, the OIC, Office of the SUC President, Dr. Filomena T. Dayagbil. From Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, the Medical Center Chief, Dr. Gerardo M. Aquino Jr. And the chairman of the Commission on Higher Education, who is also celebrating his birthday tomorrow rather, Dr. J. Prospero E. De Vera III.
So, an advance happy birthday then.
Right.
Happy birthday, Chairman De Vera.
And what a way to celebrate the birthday with the formal announcement of the opening of the CNU-VSMMC College of
Yeah,
Medicine.
this is really history. So again, we would like to inform the public that we have the local media here live in the venue, and we have also our national media live there in the Zoom room. So we are going to entertain them. You can see there the Zoom already. So we have plenty of our media friends from the national and our media from the local institutions. So without further ado, Pierre, I think it's good now to start introducing our speakers for today.
Right. So at this juncture, we will now begin with the host organization for this morning's activity. From Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, please welcome with your warm round of applause, Dr. Gerardo M. Aquino Jr.
The CHED Chairperson, J. Prospero de Vera III. Advance happy birthday, sir. The CHED Regional Office 7 Director, Director Maximo Aljibe. Attorney Ryan Esteves, the OIC Executive Director of the UNIFAS. The OIC of the Office of the State University President of the Cebu Normal University, Dr. Filomena Dayagbil. Fellow government officers and employees, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. As the Medical Center Chief of the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, and on behalf of the Executive Committee and employees, I would like to extend our warmest welcome to all of you to the VSMMC. Operating at 1,200 beds, we are the largest Level 3 Department of Health teaching and training hospital. I would like to emphasize a teaching and training hospital in Cebu and Central Visayas with multiple specialties. We are also the apex hospital in the local health service delivery provider network, which means that on the referral chain, we are the final health facility to receive patients who need specialized care. While we are located at the heart of Cebu City, our catchment area of patients extends to the entire Visayas and parts of northern and western Mindanao. Even before the enactment of the Universal Healthcare Act and the COVID-19 pandemic, BSMMC had already felt the impacts of the gaps in the healthcare delivery system. However, BSMC has been taking care of patients whose cases do not exactly need the management of an apex hospital facility like ours, or whose complicated conditions may have been controlled had they been seen by a doctor earlier. We have also encountered many patients who are in dire need of medical care yet struggle seeking it because of their location away from urban centers like Cebu, where more doctors and better facilities are based, and of their lack in financial resources. Over the years, BSMC has worked alongside the Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas, the Department of Health, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, the local government units, and non-government organizations to help us deliver the needed services to patients while affording them financial risk protection as in the first malasakit center in the country, which eventually was institutionalized by law and other various programs. Despite these reforms and collaborative interventions, the effect of the lack of physicians in the rural and the underserved and the geographically isolated areas remains to be felt by the medical center. The World Health Organization puts the ideal doctor to population ratio at 1 per 1,000 population. We have an average of 3.9 doctor per 10,000 population nationally. In Central Visayas, the ratio is 3.1 per 1,000. In Central Visayas, the ratio is 3.1 per 10,000. There is barely any doctor per 1,000 people throughout the country. There is a current shortage and maldistribution of physicians in our midst, as most doctors are concentrated in urban centers. In Cebu alone, there were only 2,051 doctors in active practice as of 2017, 72% of whom practice in Cebu City. This left a little over 500 doctors actively serving in the province, with only one in some towns. At Sotto, the bed occupancy rate has been steadily increasing over the last 4 years, up to 200.2.4% for the past 4 years, supporting the trend of concentration in urban centers. It only decreased dramatically due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The matter is apparently a public health issue, but as a hospital, we could have chosen to just deliver services as expected. But if we do not do anything about it, we will be continually hounded by the same problem. So we took it as our challenge and our proactive long-term contribution towards changing the healthcare landscape for the better. This prompted us to approach Cebu Normal University around 3 years ago and ask if they could be interested to put up a college of medicine with us through a consortium. Choosing CNU was an easy, logical, and the best option. CNU has been a long-time partner of ours through its College of Nursing, a state university operated by national government like us, and a leader in the academe for its work in teacher education, nursing, and research. CNU has the degree granting authority, while BSMC has the expertise and the facilities in training medical doctors. Where we lacked, we complemented each other, making the partnership perfect. All of this happened just when the universal health care and the medical scholarship program were still in the legislature. when the national government's direction was consonant to what we were seeing on the ground. It was also an opportunity to democratize medical education in this side of the country. Cebu is home to some of the Philippines' top-performing medical schools, producing hundreds of doctors every year, but all of them are private schools. Undeniably, it is expensive to send a student to medical school, and many young aspirants and their parents are turned off by that reality. With our consortium, we hope to help brilliant but disadvantaged students desirous to become doctors to realize their dream and help the healthcare system through their service in rural and underserved areas in return. As doctors ourselves, we also want to leave a lasting legacy to the Philippine healthcare by extending the privilege of attending a top-notch medical school to the disadvantaged sector and by ensuring a sustainable supply of compassionate, competent, and dynamic doctors for the Filipino by training and educating the youth today. The Universal Healthcare was signed first in 2019 and the Doktor para sa Bayan Act earlier this year. Every legal basis for this project had already been in place when the Commission on Higher Education in Bank granted us approval on May 11, 2021. As long-time government institutions who have contributed to the lives of our graduates and patients, many of whom come from the middle and low-income families, and an extensive experience in public service, both CNU and VSMMC understand the importance of democratizing education and healthcare in transforming lives and nation building. We do not aim to compete with our private counterparts. We only want to make quality medical education accessible to a larger demography. Come August 2021, we shall be welcoming the first batch of 50 students who shall be attending classes here at VSMMC. This entire floor where we are today is dedicated to the College of Medicine temporarily. And right across, you have seen that new building is being constructed and nearing completion this year. It shall be the future home of the CNU-VSMMC College of Medicine. We dedicated 2 floors of that 8-story cancer center for the College of Medicine. And hopefully in the next few years, wherein we will have really the building for the College of Medicine, we have already identified around 4,000 square meter for the construction of the College of Medicine building. We would like to thank the Secretary Michael Loidino and the Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas, the Senate President Vicente Sotto III, the Commission of Higher Education led by the Chairperson J. Prospero de Vera and its regional office led by Director Maximo Aljibe, and the Department of Health led by Secretary Duque and our own Regional Director, Director Bernardas, the Regional Development Council 7 chaired by Mr. Kenneth Cobonque, and our partner, Cebu Normal University, led by the exceptional and visionary Dr. Filomena Dayagbil, and the rest of our friends and partners for helping us realize this endeavor. May the Philippines and our patients be honored with our humble contribution. Thank you and daghang salamat.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gerardo M. Aquino Jr., the Medical Center Chief of Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center. At this point, we would like to request the OIC of the Office of the State University President of Cebu Normal University, Dr. Filomena T. Dayagbil.
our highly respected and very nurturing leader of the Commission on Higher Education, Chair Popoy de Vera, the equally visionary medical chief, Director Dr. Aquino, our academic body, RD Max Alhibe, the executive director of the UNIFAST, my brothers and sisters in the academe and at Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, all the stakeholders. Today, we declare victory for the Commission on Higher Education, led by the ever-dynamic Chair Popoy, the Cebu Normal University, the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, and the entire stakeholders in Central Visayas and the Philippines, as we present to you the first ever state-funded College of Medicine in Central Visayas. Allow us to present our College of Medicine in video.
Cebu Normal University, a leading state university in Region 7, partnered with Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, a regional training medical center, in opening a College of Medicine program to address the scarcity of doctors in the underserved areas in the country, especially in Central Visayas. The 4-year Doctor of Medicine program is compliant with CHED Memo Order No. 18 Series of 2016 provisions and will follow a combination of the Cuban and Canadian curriculum models, which balance clinical and population or community-based practice to produce a doctor who is not only expert in delivering patient care, but also a transformative leader instrumental in achieving the country's health outcomes. The curriculum will cover an integration of competencies to include leadership and governance, health systems development, community ownership and participation, and primary health care concepts such as health financing, health human resource, and research. From its very first exploratory meeting on April 26, 2018, CNU and VSMMC have tirelessly worked towards the approval of the offering. With the approval of the Commission on Higher Education, Commission and Bank last May 11, 2021, the program will open this academic year 2021-2022 to cater to students within Region 7. This will benefit aspiring doctors through scholarship support under Republic Act 11509 or the Doktor Para sa Bayan Act. We are inviting our youth who have the passion and commitment to serve to join us in the CNU-VSMMC College of Medicine.
Can we give Dr. Filomena Dayagbil a round of applause? And the CNU-VSMMC College of Medicine. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind our public that you can always have your questions via our comment section. Just use hashtag CNU-VSMMC. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to the message of the CHED Regional Director 7, Director Maximo C. Alhebe. A round of applause, please.
Daghang salamat po to our partners in public service, especially tending to the health, to the love and care of the people of Central Visayas, especially the passion that our good friend Dr. Aquino has been exhibiting since the day the proposal was endorsed to us. With Dr. Dayagbil, at that time the regular president of the university, medyo nagtatampo sa kanya si Sir ngayon, si Chairman, kasi ayaw na niya po maging presidente pa uli. But she's the one steering, just so we can have the realization of having a College of Medicine for the first time amongst the many state universities and colleges in Region 7. And that sense, it's really but fitting for today to claim victory for Philippine higher education, especially in the field of medicine. It was shown to us by Dr. Aquino, kulang po ang mga doktor sa atin. And you know, this was the basis for which no less than Chairman Popoy de Vera was, the one that initiated before the Commission in Bank that such a proposal be approved overwhelmingly. I am really also elated because I made part. I really don't deserve it. It's supposed to be Dr. Aquino, you people at the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, Dr. Dayagbil. And of course, I credit it to my big boss, to our principal in CHED, Secretary Popoy de Vera, who is kind enough, despite his hectic schedule, he has been with us. I think this is his third or fourth day, because he has been, visiting and going around our TES grantees, people or students who were able to avail that political will of this administration. He being the prime implementer of free tertiary higher education, and even that medical law that will allow scholarship. We are very thankful to Chairman Popoy de Vera for all this effort. Thank you very much and good morning. Daghang salamat po muli.
Thank you so much, Director Maximo Alhebe of the Region 7 CHED. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have the Chairman of the Commission on Higher Education. Please give us a round of applause for Dr. J. Prospero E. De Vera III.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay ba? Thank you very much. First, I'd like to say please accept my apologies. I came in a little late because I had to do 3 TV interviews before coming here on the trending topic of flexible learning, which seems to be agitating a lot of people since yesterday. No? So I came in a little late. But I am very happy to be here. I personally asked that this event be scheduled while I am in Cebu, so I could personally congratulate Cebu Normal University and Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center for this initiative. I don't have much to add because Dr. Aquino has more than explained adequately why this is happening. And President Dayagbil has given the side of CNU. The commission always thought that it was a very good fit between a university that has shown itself to be an excellent teacher training institution, because we expect the same level of excellence when it opens a medical program. And of course, for Vicente Sotto, because it has anchored healthcare in the region and has treated so many patients, and therefore it was a logical partnership between the two. Since credit is being given, maybe I'd like to personally give credit to Senate President Tito Sotto, because siya po ang pinakamalakas mangkulit sa akin kung bakit daw napakatagal maaproba ng Cebu Normal. I've known Senate President Sotto for a very, very long time because I spent 12 years of my professional career working as the head of the consultants group of Senate President Nene Pimentel. And the two are very close because when Tatay Nene was minority leader, Senator Sotto was assistant minority leader. And I remember an attorney, Ryan here knows because he was also with the office of Senator Pimentel for a long time, that they used to caucus regularly. And so I've known the Senate President a long time until he became minority leader first, and then later on became Senate President. So paano ko ba naman tatanggihan ang Senate President pagka panay ang kanyang kulit kung bakit daw wala pa ring medical program. You know, the presentation of Dr. Aquino is more than adequate to explain why it is important. And I asked Attorney Esteves to be here because Attorney Esteves is heading the technical working group that is drafting the implementing rules and regulations for the Doktor para sa Bayan law. So it's good that he would hear the discussions because I have given my personal instructions already on what to emphasize in the IRR. And we want to make the IRR with the full participation of the medical schools and also the hospitals that train our professionals so that the Doktor para sa Bayan law can be executed the way it was intended to be implemented. And for example, there must be a mechanism to provide minimum standards for quality medical education. There must be sustained government funding to make sure that our medical programs and hospitals are assisted. And there must be a mechanism for the medical schools and the hospitals to share best practices among each other so that we all learn as one in the spirit of bayanihan. In fact, I think Dr. Dayagbil knows this, and all the SUC presidents know that every time they are pushing for a medical program, my first instruction is you benchmark first with the other good medical programs. You talk to UP College of Medicine through Dean Charlotte Chong. You talk to West Visayas State University through Dr. Villaruz because you don't have to invent everything from scratch. There's so much, technical expertise available there. You shortcut it by working with them to learn what they are doing well and avoid their mistakes. So you shortcut the process, Kasi sometimes our medical programs in our schools, relatively, they sort of distrust each other. They don't want to work together. Kasi ang feeling nila, if I benchmark and I consult, parang hindi ako believe sa sarili ko na hindi ko kaya. Now, those kinds of thoughts are things of the past. It is important that universities work together, for example, in something as simple as curriculum development. Kaysa ikaw yung mismong nagsusulat dyan, tignan mo na lang. In terms of procurement of equipment. Sabi ko pati West Visayas, sabi ko, ba't hindi kayo gumawa ng group among the medical programs para nakikita nyo ano yung mga equipment na kailangan, who are the reliable companies that provide this, etc. So you avoid all the problems and your program is launched. So we will make sure that the program is adequately funded. We are working with the Department of Health to put together the scholarship program of CHED and the scholarship program of DOH para magdugtong siya. We are providing funding for equipment. So I am announcing now that the Commission will be giving a grant to Cebu Normal University to jumpstart its acquisition of the necessary educational equipment for their medical program. Yeah. Similar to what we have given to other state universities like Mariano Marcos State University, University of Northern Philippines, West Visayas State U. We gave them grants in 2019 to upgrade their teaching materials sa mga plasticized mannequins. Ano ba yung mga ginagamit doon? Yung table, anong tawag sa table? Anyway, kayo nakakaalam yan. Kayo ang expert dyan, no? So they have already procured. So I think President Dayagbil and Dr. Aquino, should sit down with Best Visayas and the others to see how they procured it and how we can fast track it. But I am announcing now that the Commission has already authorized the giving of appropriate grants to Cebu Normal. So, siguro baka pwede nang starting na 25 to 30 million. Siguro pwede nang starting grant yan, no? To give out para masimulan na yung inyong pag... And then we will continue assisting our medical schools to do this. I am putting together an advisory group to the chair on the Doctor para sa Bayan law, composed of eminent persons in the field of medical education, to tell us what is the way forward to make sure that we produce good graduates. The good news is, if you look at the licensure results of public universities, they are outstanding. That's what I told the Senate in the Senate hearing. I said the good news is, when we open medical programs in state universities, colleges, they have very high licensure rates. The first batch of Mariano Marcos State University was 100%. Bicol University the other year was the same. Of course, UP College of Medicine. West Visayas has produced top-notchers. So I expect the same performance from Cebu Normal. We will not allow anything less. You know, that is what we expectation of the commission. Medyo oo ng oo si Dr. Aquino. Pangako yan, ha? Pangako yan. We will monitor and we will... because ang sinasabi ko lagi, when we start something, we have to do it in a grand manner. We have to do it in a good manner. Otherwise, wag natin buksan. Wag natin buksan. Government should set the benchmark of performance. Because we have, you know, the big service hospitals are all government hospitals. Oh, pag tinignan mo sa Davao, di ba? Anong pangalan sa Davao? Oh, Southern Philippines. Mas madami pang beds kaysa PGH. You look at PGH, you look at Vicente Sotto. We have the best training hospitals. If we have the best training hospitals, we should produce the best graduates. Otherwise, if you don't produce the best graduates, then I cannot say that Vicente Sotto Memorial is the best training hospital. Because how could you, that would be, you cannot reconcile it. You have a good training hospital, but you produce bad graduates. It doesn't make sense. So we have to produce very good graduates. We expect very good performance from this partnership. And whatever you need from the Commission, we will help you. That is our commitment. Thank you very much and good morning.
Wow, thank you so much, Chairman De Vera of Commission on Higher Education. So truly, government should set the standards and benchmark of performance. And CNU-VSMMC will have the best graduates soon. And because we also have here our esteemed faculty, can we give them a round of applause? All right. Sana faculty. Okay, there. Our Dean, Manaloto, and the rest. Okay, so that's it. No, thank you so much. Okay, here.
At this point, we have wrapped up from the messages of our panelists this morning. We will now be opening the forum for our local media to throw in questions. And for those who are joining us from Facebook and other online social media platforms, please do not hesitate to drop your questions in the comment section, and we will try to read those so that those questions may be answered by our panel this morning. So now I am formally opening the floor for the open forum to our local media present here in
We
our
have
venue
the local
and
media
also
present.
from Zoom.
Right, so we have the CCTN and DYHP, Patch Anthony G. Enzo.
From Sunstar Cebu, Kate Denolang, and from Brigada News FM, Romel Alegada. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Any questions from our on-site reporters and media partners? Okay, CCTN, DYHP, Coach Anthony Inso has a question. Sir, good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning, Coach from CCTN and DYHP. I'd like to ask, sir, if how much do we subsidize per student for the program, and where do we source our fund?
Okay, on the part of CHED, we already have an existing medical scholarship program that takes care of the tuition fees of students. This has been ongoing since 2017. And I think our average running total of students on a year-to-year basis total is about 1,300 students are being subsidized by CHED for the tuition fees. No? The DOH scholarship is better because it has more funds. It includes book allowance, miscellaneous, etc. So we want to bring the two together so we have the best of both. So we want to subsidize not just tuition, miscellaneous fees, also give additional benefits. Yung sa CHED, I think we're giving a book allowance of I think another 10 or 15,000 of book allowance per year to the student. So we have expanded the funding. I think we're funding it on a yearly basis of close to 500, 167, close to 400 million pesos per year. But we are targeting a higher total so that we can help the students more. So yun yung existing for the 8 state universities that already have a medical program. These are Mariano Marcos State University, University of Northern Philippines in Region 1, Cagayan State University in Region 2, UP College Manila in NCR, Bicol University in Region 5, West Visayas State University in Region 6, MSU in Mindanao, UP Palo in Leyte. If you notice, there are regions na wala. And that is why Congress passed the Doktor para sa Bayan law because they want to make sure that we have at least one public university in every region that will have a medical program. That's why we have evaluated the schools that are ready, close to ready, and that's why we have authorized Cebu normal. May nakapila pa na mga 2 o 3 na ini-evaluate ngayon. And we will authorize them at the proper time. But Cebu normal is the first public university authorized by CHED under the Doktor para sa Bayan law, first public university. So yun ang plano nating gawin kasi sabi at least one. Hindi sinabing one, at least one. I think in Region 7, I think Bohol is also targeting to put up a medical program in Bohol Island State University. But I think they're just starting kasi nagkuan pa lang sila, nagbe-benchmarking pa lang sila ngayon, no? So they had the benchmarking exercise with UP College of Medicine several years back. I don't know what is the status, but sila yung nagplaplano, and then we are adding MSU Gensan because MSU Gensan used to be a satellite program of MSU Marawi. But there is no state university in the region, so I have recommended to the Senate that MSU Gensan become a full-fledged medical program for that region. Yung iba, pinag-aaralan pa kasi they have not even started. Ang Cebu normal kasi they started early. That's why na-approve na. Pero yung iba, wala pa. Halimbawa, sa Region 8, wala pang nagsisimulang mag-isip na public university. So we welcome the Doktor para sa Bayan law. We have supported it from day one because we already have a scholarship program for medical students.
Thank you so much, Chairman De Vera. We
follow-up
also
lang.
have our friends from the national media and Yes, we have follow-up question.
For this year, for CNU, how many students are we targeting to enroll in the program?
Good morning, everyone. For this year, our target is to open one section only of 40 students.
By the way, the media should emphasize that these programs have a return service agreement under the law, which means the students must stay for how many years? For 4 years in the country before, in case they want to leave, and that means that the new doctors were assuring that they will get their residency, they can serve in the doctor for the barrios, in local governments, etc. Right after they graduate. This is now being practiced by UP College of Medicine. I think West Visayas is already also doing this. So we will make this a requirement because the Doctor para sa Bayan law requires a return service agreement.
Last na lang din follow-up ni Dr. Degbel. What are the qualifications for our students who will enroll in the program, and do we prioritize those who are indigent, coming from the indigent family?
When initially we crafted the College of Medicine program, that is actually the purpose. No, when we are going to open this, we prioritize really the low and the middle income families because they don't have a chance to go to elite schools in the region. So that is really our priority. And the essence is that, as what also Chair mentioned, that they also have to have the return service agreement because initially the purpose of the program is for our future doctors after 4 years that they will really serve in the community as per presentation of Dr. Aquino that we really lack doctors in the rural areas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to our friends from media. So at this point, we would like also, because there are also local media present in our Zoom room. So in order for us to introduce those friends from media in the Zoom, please welcome the CHED Media Officer, Zyril Gomez.
Thank you, sir. Also joining us via Zoom are our media friends from the national media, including Manila Bulletin, Manila Times, ABS-CBN News, Inquirer, TV5, Philippine Information Agency, and Philippine News Agency. So again, just a reminder to our media friends joining us via Zoom, you may put your questions in the chat box or you may click the raise hand button if you want to directly ask the questions. So at this point, I think ABS-CBN has already sent their question. How significant is this new medical program of CNU, especially during this pandemic? So, any first, Dr. Aquino, sir?
Good morning. No, I think it was really seen during the pandemic, the lack of doctors. Wherein, in the case of Vicente Sotto, we were identified as the COVID facility, but we have still to take care of the non-COVID. And we receive referrals from the referral hospitals. If only those hospital has this available doctor, we could have concentrated more on the COVID facility, COVID patients. In short, the priority of this program is to as provided by the data earlier, that we really need doctors in the periphery. So with this program, we will be targeting that, if possible, at the return service, we'll have the doctors available at the peripheral hospital.
Thank you, Dr. Aquino. TV5 has a question. May I call on Miss Jen from TV5? Kindly unmute.
Hi po, magandang umaga po sa inyo dyan sa Cebu. Hello. Okay, this question is for VSMMC or sa CNU po. Ngayon po, ilan po yung mga nagpahayag ng intent na mag-enroll sa medical courses? And you said, Dr. Aquino, that you will be welcoming the first batch of students this August. So, paano po yung classes in the new normal? Will you be adopting flexible learning, sir?
Yes. Even when we started the dream in 2018, there were already a lot of students who would have wanted to join and enroll with us, because these are also those who would like to serve in the rural areas, and they are those coming from the lower and middle income. So generally, there are a lot of students who are also inquiring and they're already interested. So in fact, in our application process, we already have disseminated this in the website. So when we talk about looking into this particular flexible modality, I am with Chair that in this new normal, we cannot yet have the full face-to-face. In fact, when we applied for this medical program, we are already reconfiguring our syllabus in such a way that we can accommodate both the face-to-face, then the modular. So in other words, it is a combination of both face-to-face and modular, and that is what you call the flexible learning modality. And our syllabi, in the curriculum planning, we are ready in the implementation of those come August of 2021.
To add to President Dayagbil's statement, no, it's true, no, it will be a combination of face and also the modular or the online to strengthen further the learning of our students. Now, with regards to the facility itself, if you have observed, no, we are on the fourth floor, and then this is away from the red zone of the COVID facility of the institution. And even in the proposed next building, that's still far away from the COVID facility. And we're looking at around 40 students pa naman to start with. So as if you look at our cases here in the hospital, it's really decreasing. So at this point in time, no, even though maybe on the opening of the classes there will be actual face-to-face, but as mentioned earlier, it will be a combination of that learning. Because like for example, the first year anatomy, you can really do an online, but at the same time also the face-to-face. It's a combination.
Thank you, Dr. Aquino and Dr. Dayagbil. And for our TB5, we have also a
May
question.
I?
Yes.
Sorry, may I ask Chair De Vera?
Right.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Sir, hi, good morning, Chair. Sir, since we are talking about flexible learning, may you expound more on this, sir? You said this is the pressing issue ngayon. So you said last week, sir, that flexible learning will be the new norm and it will continue even after pandemic. Why can't we resume po sa face-to-face learning? And how does flexible learning can be done, sir?
You know, what is what is difficult for me to understand, or what is alarming, is that we have been doing face-to-face for 1 year now. And it seems that many still don't understand the definition of face-to-face, or of flexible learning, Or worse, some refuse to understand it because they have a political agenda to push for. That is what is alarming. Flexible learning is very simple. It is a policy where you allow the universities the authority to determine the correct mix of delivery systems. Appropriate, number one, to the condition on the ground. What is the health condition? Number two, to the condition of the students and faculty members and employees. Okay? Number three, to the condition of connectivity and gadgets. And let them mix and match the various options. Flexible learning is not equal to distance or online education. As those who are agitating the students are saying, hindi equivalent yan. Online education is one type, only one type of flexible learning. There are many other types. You can combine online and offline. Synchronous and asynchronous, yan ang tawag nila. You can do it offline by giving modules to the students to do at home and submit it. If these are areas where there is absolutely no connectivity, you can even do online and face-to-face, like what is happening now in medical programs. Yung mga skills-based laboratory, face-to-face yan. We have authorized more than 60 schools to have face-to-face for laboratory classes. Because you cannot teach that virtually. You know, you cannot dissect. You can dissect. You cannot stitch the wound of a patient online. Or for dentists, you cannot fill cavities or extract a tooth by watching it online. And therefore, the correct mix will be decided by the schools in consultation with students, parents, local governments. I don't know what is so difficult to understand on that definition. So sabi nila, sinabi ko daw, imposibleng nang magkaroon ng face-to-face. I never said that. It was a 20-minute talk. They spliced one sentence out of the 20 minutes. And there are now some people who want to become famous who are accusing me of negligence. You know? Like what is being done in medical programs. The students will have face-to-face for skills-based courses. Now, if this works in medical and allied health, if the data on the ground says the students are not getting infected, I will now go to the president and recommend the next batch. Engineering, information technology, maritime programs, industrial tech, if the evidence on the ground says so. We have to do evidence-based decision-making. Kasi yung mga yon, kagaya ng maritime, pag hindi mo alam paandarin yung barko, baka maibangga mo yan. You have to use the simulator. You have to use the computers. So, will there be face-to-face in the future? It depends on the conditions on the ground. Eventually, if we achieve herd immunity, vaccinated na 70%, okay, then we will allow the schools to slowly bring back the students. But it will not be anymore in the old traditional type. That is what I meant. We have to retrofit the schools. Make sure hand washing becomes a practice of every student. Directional signs, airflow, okay? The cafeteria, the other facilities, the library. So that if the students come back, we assure everyone they are safe. You know, government will not allow if the health of the students, the faculty, and the administrators are not assured. When will this be? It will depend on conditions. Remember, even the best countries all over the world who opened schools have closed it. Because may variant yung pandemic eh. So close ulit sila. They figure out again. If things improve, they will open it again. That's what we're doing in the Philippines, looking at how things are developing. Because the variants can come in. Our medical doctors here are the best experts. Padami ng padami yung variants kung saan-saan ang gagaling. We have to make sure our facilities are COVID resilient. And if that is the case, if they are COVID resilient, we will allow face-to-face. That is the policy of government. So I ask those who are spreading fake news and wrong information and agitating the students to lose faith or to lose their belief in flexible learning, please stop. You are not doing anyone a favor. Our students are suffering enough from a lot of things that are beyond their control. Please do not let them suffer by spreading wrong information and agitating them. That is my only request. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman De Vera. So we should fight against infodemic. All right, so we have also our friend from Sunstar Cebu. Please welcome Miss Kate Dinulang. Miss Kate.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Kate Dinolang from Sunstar Cebu. My question is, since the first semester will begin in less than 3 months, may we know if you have already accepted enrollees and where will they send their application?
Yes, that's a very, very relevant question. Indeed, we have started already, and we have disseminated the information through our Dean of the College of Medicine. And in our website, you can see all the requirements, the process flow for such applications. So they can just access our website at www.cnu.edu.ph and all the needed information, everything from how to apply, what are the requirements, and then what should be the first process flow will be seen. So for those who are interested and for those who really would like to help us become doctors in the rural areas, please do apply.
Thank you, Dr. Dayagbil and our friend from Sunstar Cebu. We also have a question here from the national media.
Yeah, I have a question from Inquirer. Question for Chairman De Vera. Once SUCs and HEIs are able to procure COVID-19 vaccines, will they be shouldering the cost of vaccination for students, or will this depend po on the state universities or colleges, sir?
No, the policy of government is that the vaccination is free. It is free. If it is administered by government facilities, by local governments, etc. So you cannot get additional charge from the students. Also, private universities have a miscellaneous fee for medical, etc. So there is already funds within private universities to help them subsidize the cost of vaccination.
Thank you, Chair. I think TV5 has another follow-up question, Ms. Jen.
Yes po.
Recording in progress.
Yes po, to Chair De Vera. Sir, thank you po for giving clarification about flexible learning. Sir, for my last question po, your comment on this po, some groups are opposing your policy on flexible learning as it would add more burden to students and teachers and it would greatly affect daw po the learning processes of our students since mas madali pa rin daw po yung traditional kaysa digital learning. Sir, your comment on this po, sir. Thank you.
You know, it's easy to criticize. What is the alternative option being offered? I'd like to ask. Very easy to criticize. I myself can criticize the critics of government if I want to. I can call them irresponsible. But what is the option? Let us study the options that are available. Remember, you cannot conclude for all higher education institutions. There are close to 2,000 public and private universities doing their own flexible learning. Some are doing it brilliantly, some are struggling. We agree with that. But you cannot conclude for the whole country. You know, yesterday, I, together with our regional director, went to, ano nang pangalan ng bata? Renalyn. We went to visit Renami in Cordoba, in an urban poor community. She has been a test beneficiary for 2 years. First test grant that she got, you know what she did with the money? She put electricity in their house. First grant. Tinanong ko kung bakit. Kasi wala po kaming kuryente, naawa ko sa kapatid ko, hindi makapag-aral sa dilim. First grant, electricity. Second grant that she got, she brought a cell phone. First time she owned a cell phone. She's already in college. Third grant, she brought a second-hand laptop so that she and her brother could study. You know what she's going to do for her fourth test grant? To help build a new house because they are being evicted from their property. I ask the critics out there, you accuse the government of negligence. Come join me. Let's go to the house of Renali and you ask her yourself whether this government is negligent. Let us go. I challenge you. I was there yesterday in Cordoba. I can wait for you until tomorrow. Join me. Let's go back there. And you yourself ask whether this government is negligent, whether flexible learning is not working. Her father, her mother, herself were all crying because she is the first in the family to get educated. I ask you, is the Duterte administration negligent? Is free higher education not working? I ask you to take a flight to Cebu. I'll join you tomorrow in Cordoba and let you ask her whether this government is not doing their job.
Thank you so much, Chairman De Vera. So we have to acknowledge our friends from media here. We have in Zoom from ABS-CBN, from DYRC, from Manila Times, TV5, Manila Bulletin, Philippine Daily Inquirer, and the Philippine Information Agency. Right? So thank you so much, friends from media. Do we have any questions from local media here? So we will also entertain questions from our comment section. Number 1. This is from Mar ESP. What is the process of enrollment? When is the entrance examination? What are the requirements or qualifications to be able to enroll? And what is the age requirement? Do you accept second course or students? Oh, this is already a full blast questions from our public. So I think Dr. Dayagbil and Dr. Aquino can answer the questions.
Yeah, well, there are really a series of questions there. So I would rather advise for those who really would like to look into all the requirements, please go to our website. And then if you're saying that if there is there an age requirement, no, there isn't. I would answer that. You would say, is a baccalaureate, of course, you have to really be a graduate of a 4-year course before you go to the medical program. But for those who are very interested, thank you for that. You can get all these information, the facts, and the processes and the flows that you will have in terms of the process flow in our website. And in fact, our dean right now is also preparing not only the online information, but also the different pamphlets, whatever info fact sheets that we would like to distribute. Maybe by tomorrow, they're looking into that, and the others who might also be interested. So we are reaching out to all those who are interested, but initially in Central Visayas. So I would like to add, we will only prioritize first in Central Visayas in Region 7. So those who are from Iloilo, you go to Wibso. We have President Bibong there, right? And then for the others, so we really would have Region 7, Bohol, Negros, Siquijor, Cebu City. Yeah. So these are our priorities because we would like to be very, very honest in terms and also in terms of answering the gap in the region. So priority for those who are residents of Central Visayas, and whatever will be the evidences and the documents, we also would like to get those evidences. So just access in our website. Our PIO is over there. Then we also have different information sheets via VSMMC and CNU.
All right, so I think, thank you so much, Dr. Dayagbil. So this next question from the public is for our Medical Center Chief of VSMMC, from RAR Aircraft. Is there any open education for the nurses currently working in VSMMC who wanted to continue medicine, and what are the qualifications? Dr. Aquino.
Staff nurses, our staff nurses going.
Yes, Dr. Aquino.
They can apply definitely, no, as mentioned earlier by the President Dayagbil, no, there is no age limit, so they can apply for the College of Medicine. The requirements, as mentioned earlier, they can go to our own website, no, the BSMMC website. So you can see the requirements there. I know there are several scholarships also provided by the civil service in terms of learning. But we agreed with the CNU that we will create a selection committee criteria. And we really emphasize that we should get, no, the quality of students. In fact, our initial target is about 40 to 50. But we had an agreement that if and when it will not reach 50 or even 40, but we are able to get the quality, then we will go by that number as long as we get the quality of students.
All right, thank you, Dr. Aquino. We would like to inform our friends from media that we have sent email for our press kit for your references for today's press conference. Thank you.
Thank
Here.
you very much. And at this point, we would like to present a certificate from the Cebu Normal University and Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center. The certificate reads, Cebu Normal University Certificate of Recognition is awarded to J. Prospero E. De Vera III, DPA, Chairperson, CHED and UNIFAST, in grateful recognition of his tireless and constant support that led to the approval of the Cebu Normal University Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center College of Medicine by the Commission on Bank, given on the 24th day of May 2021 at Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center. Signed, Pilominati Dayagbil, EDD, CESE, Officer in Charge, Office of the University President, Cebu Normal University, and Gerardo M. Aquino Jr., MD, MHA, CEO 6. Medical Center Chief 2 of the Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Chairperson J. Prospero E. De Vera III of the Commission on Higher Education.
I accept it with reluctance. I am only doing my job. Please do not commend me. It's the responsibility of government to do it.
Chair, we always would emphasize, Chair, that
Sa susunod po, wag na.
recognition is the language of the heart.
I'm just doing my job.
Thank you so much, Chair, for being with us and supporting us from Vicente Sotto and Cebu Normal University. Shall we give a big round of applause to Chair? Thank you so much, Chair.
So this is also an photo opportunity for our VIPs here in the presidential table.
We would like to invite the members of the media to take photos and as well as from the VSMMC. Again, thank you very much and congratulations, Commissioner De Vera, Chairperson De Vera.
All right, so I think this is the end here.
We have reached the end of this morning's press conference. In behalf of VSMMC and Cebu Normal University, we'd like to thank our media partners, both here in Cebu and in Manila, for joining us via Zoom and in person.
The Cebu Normal University Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center College of Medicine will do advancing universal healthcare here in the Philippines. So this is RC.
And this has been Pierre.
Thank you so much for watching us live. Daghang salamat! So we have, since tomorrow is a special, this is on anymore live in broadcast. This is not anymore in broadcast.